Good afternoon. Today's topic of discussion is going to be a quick luxury market update for the Las Vegas Valley. We're seeing kind of a midsummer lull here, and that's really what I'm going to focus on in the beginning of the video here. Then I'm going to go into some data analysis for what we've seen for sales throughout the year and summarize June's luxury sales. This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group at Keller Williams Realty here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's jump right in. So what we see in the middle of the summer in the Las Vegas Valley is a slowdown in the luxury sector historically. It's because it's about 115, 120 degrees here. The luxury clientele, usually they're buying second home, third home, or they already have a nice home. They don't need to buy. So they're hanging out in the coastal areas. You know, they're not coming to the scorching desert to look for homes unless they're highly motivated. I've spoken with a couple of the higher end managers in some of the nicer restaurants in the more desired areas, and they see the same thing. They see a slowdown in the seasonal people that own luxury estates. So if you're considering selling or if your home's currently on the market, take that into account. We do see kind of a lull here in the middle of the summer. We expect it to pick back up again in August. And also know that days on market obviously is a little bit longer. We just put one of our luxury estates into escrow. It took about 50 days. Took a little longer than we had been seeing on some of our other properties earlier in the summer and the spring. We were more like 20 days, 5 days to 25 days on market. So if you'd like to have an educated conversation on what we're seeing in the market and where we see it going in the luxury sector, make sure to reach out to me. We are networked in a lot of the other luxury sectors, so I keep a pulse on what's going on in a lot of those markets where the buyers are coming from. So let's jump right into some of the data. I'm sure that's what some of you are wanting to hear about. What we've got here, and I pulled a list price of $1 million or more. Just give you a quick summary of what we have seen year to date. And this is for the Las Vegas Valley, single-family homes. We haven't included condominiums. The high-rise is a different beast, so we're sticking with the single-family luxury estates. We saw 19 sell in January, 19 in February, 21 in March, 19 in April, 30 in May, and 25 in June. You average that out, that's 23.6 sales per month. We currently have 45 luxury estates in escrow, 261 on the market. If you take the average of what we're selling per month and factor the supply of inventory, we have about 11 months supply of inventory. Keep in mind, they say historically about a 5 to 6 months supply of inventory is a healthy market. I believe it's a little higher in the luxury market, especially in a market where we've seen such a huge crash. So that is a little bit high, but I don't think it's excessively high. It's gone down quite a bit. We used to have a 2 to 3 year supply, so it's gone down drastically. Let me look at some other data here with you. From the Valley, I wanted to go in a little bit closer here on a microscopic level here instead of the Valley as a whole. In the $1 to $2 million range where we see most of our transactions occurring, keep in mind our highest sale this year was $6.6 million. Our highest sales that we saw in the last, 30 or 60 days, I know in the last 30, was like $2.4 million. That went at about 85% of the list price. So most of our sales are happening in that $1 to $2 million range in the luxury sector. In Vegas, about $2 million above, I would put that ultra luxury where we don't see as many sales. So $1 to $2 million in the Valley. We have 145 on the market, 30 estates in escrow, and 18 have sold in the last 30 days, which puts us at about an 8-month supply of inventory. Big change from when you look at the ultra luxury market and then look at it in the $1 to $2 million range. I'm pulling Red Rock Country Club just as an example because a lot of people know of it. There's a lot of activity there. We could have picked Anthem Country Club or any other nice luxury guard-gated community, but let's just use Red Rock for this example. I went $800,000 to $2 million. I took the list price down a touch there, just so we'd have more data. 17 currently on the market, 5 currently in contract, and 6 have sold in Red Rock Country Club in the last 30 days in the $800,000 to $2 million list price range. That is a 2.8 month supply of inventory. Keep in mind, 5 to 6 months is healthy, so we're half of what is considered to be a balanced market where there's equal amount of buyers and sellers trying to sell. There are properties that have been sitting on the market for quite some time, but they're just overpriced. They're just they're not realistic on the value. The last home we sold in Red Rock, it took us about 40 days because we priced it at the top of what the current market would bear. So reach out to me if you'd like to discuss your estate and where you think you should price it, and just to discuss the market as a whole. Let me see here. I think that's it. I have some other data, but one other thing I did want to share with you. I printed out all the solds for the Valley, and what did surprise me, for the month of June, 8 out of the 10 luxury estates in the $1 million and above price range were sales in Southern Highlands, Anthem, or Seven Hills. I was really surprised by that. It's usually pretty even between the Summerlin area and the Green Valley Anthem area. So that was a little bit shocking news to me. So then I went ahead and pulled it back and looked at May, and 6 out of 9 were in the Southern Highlands, Anthem, Green Valley, Seven Hills area. So we've seen a big pickup in sales in that section of the valley. So that's good news. Most of these luxury estate sales that I had been seeing were more in the Summerlin area. So it seems like the market's picked up as a whole. So in summary, if you're considering buying a luxury estate, selling a luxury estate, or just want to have an educated conversation on the luxury market in general, reach out to me. Love to have a conversation with you. I hope you're having a fantastic summer. This is Dale Snyder with the Snyder Group at Keller Williams Realty. Make sure to share this or like it if you found value in this information. Have a great day.